this on? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good morning, everyone, or bonjour. Welcome to France, and welcome to the 2025 Ethernet Tech and Automotive Tech Day. Very pleased to be here. I'm Rudy Schubert from the IEEE Standards Association. So I'll just make a few welcoming remarks before we start into our full program today. First off, on behalf of the IEEE Standards Association, we want to thank you for attending. Every year we get a great audience. I know most of you know the 802 standards from IEEE, but we certainly have many others, and there's always great opportunities to work within the IEEE structure for new standards, other new technology areas. If you have any questions on that, feel free to see me or Rosalinda or Jen, who are working the front table. But to get us started, first, a big thank you to Ampere for being our local host this year. And coming up next, our steering committee chair, Jose. Just give a wave. Thank you to Jose. He led the effort from amongst all our volunteer steering committee, so job well done for him. I always like to ask, how many people are attending the event for the first time? Okay, a good number. It's always interesting. First of all, welcome. We're happy to have you here. It's always interesting because we see a lot of the same faces every year. Some people have been coming to this since the start, about 15 years ago. And somebody said to me yesterday, which I thought was very accurate, this conference, it's almost like a family. People get together. It's like the family reunion once each year in September, October timeframe. And so it's very nice. I think, for those of you here for the first time, it is a great opportunity to speak with your peers, hear about cutting-edge technology issues that are going on, and also it's a great opportunity to visit the exhibits. And speaking of the exhibits, this is actually one of the larger ones that we've had. We have 35 exhibitors here this year, so a very good range, great opportunity, and we encourage you to use the breaks, use the lunchtime, come before the meeting starts tomorrow, visit the exhibits and see as much as you can and learn as much as you can about everything that they have there. A few words about the program. We had, this was also a banner year for the program committee. We had over 60 submittals for papers, and it's difficult because we can only take about 20 or so, or a little bit less than 20, for the program, and so it becomes a great challenge. And I just did want to recognize the chair of the program committee who led the effort to look through all the different submittals and do the reviews. It's a complex approach, very methodical. So I just want to recognize John Simon, who I think I saw in the back somewhere. There's John. Round of applause for John for his hard work. All right. A few housekeeping items I did want to bring up. In case of emergency, hopefully we will not have an emergency, but there are stairs on the opposite side of the foyer, and that's how you would exit the building if there were any problem. Also for restrooms, it's pretty well marked, but the restrooms are one floor down if you're looking, and I think it's in a couple different places, one floor down. We will have breaks, some coffee breaks and snack breaks in the morning and in the afternoon. Those will all be in the exhibit hall. So another great chance for you to enjoy a coffee while you're talking to the exhibitors. So those will be each day. The lunch we will have each day, and that will take place right outside here in the foyer. So you can just step right outside. You don't have to find a room or anything like that, so it makes it quite easy. Tonight, we will be having an evening reception that starts at 7 p.m. You will need to bring your badge, so make sure to wear your badge to the evening reception, and that will be at the Aeroscopia, which is the aerospace museum very nearby. I think that is all the comments I wanted to make just for housekeeping. So we want to get the program going because it is a very full program. And with that, I would like to, again, welcome and recognize Jose Van Noeva from Ampere, our steering committee chair, and he'll make some opening remarks as well. So thank you very much. Have a productive day. Any questions, come see any of us, and we're happy to help. Thank you.
So thank you, everybody, for being here. Welcome to the 15th edition of the Automotive Ethernet Tech Days hosted by Ampere. In this vibrant city of Toulouse, global center of aerospace innovation, and in the 2 following days, a hub for the future of Automotive Ethernet. Under the theme of Automotive Ethernet and Beyond, this year's edition of Automotive Ethernet Tech Day pushes the boundaries of automotive beyond the automotive industry and its foundational layers to the full end-to-end communication, focusing on the interaction of legacy technologies with emerging network technologies. This event is particularly special not only because we celebrate the 15th year's edition of Automotive Ethernet Tech Days, because it also marks its returns to France. So, just a few words about me as chair. So I have a background of telecom engineer. I worked 10 years in the automotive, in Nortel Networks, which was wireless communication, and then I came back to the automotive industry 15 years ago to introduce technologies as Automotive Ethernet. I've been chair of this event in 2016 edition, and also chair of Open Alliance in 2019, where we led the alliance to become an incorporation. A few words about this event. In this event, we will take a step forward examining the latest advancement in network architecture, in validation and test, in TSN, in physical layer, in software-defined networking, in safety and security, and also in service-oriented architecture and software layers. I would like to talk about a new thing we have created this year, which is the Speaker's Corner. In this auditorium, during each break, we will have the opportunity to talk with the speakers of each session in each side of the stage. So we will request to the speakers to stay there and to the audience to come to talk with her for about 10 minutes. I encourage you to go to the exhibitors booth to talk with all the exhibitors, which really they are the heart of this event. So thank you to everybody, the attendees and the exhibitors, for being there. Without you, this event won't be possible. I will also thank you, the IEEE, because this event, especially Rosalinda, Sarabia, who is leading the organization of this event, Jennifer Biolsi, and Rudy Schubert, who just come to the stage before. And I also would like that all the steering committee raise and give them a big thank you for this, for helping on constructing this event. Please stand up, steering committee. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, because it's really a hard work for everybody to make this event happen. I also would like to thank especially the program committee, John Simon from Intrepid, but also all the program committee who led an incredible job to selection the presentation we are going to see today. So please stand up, all the people from the program committee. So, as we said, this is going to be a very special edition for my company, Ampere, which is part of Renault Group. And it's going to be also a teamwork to be here and I would like to, the Master of Ceremonies, they're not going to be the only Master of Ceremonies, we're going to be a lot of Master of Ceremonies. So I would like them to go up to the stage, and I will take a few minutes. So Fabrice Olivero, who will lead the first part of the event. Then in the order, I think next one will be this afternoon is Anthony Boisserie, Sylvain Cotard, who will be the Master of Ceremonies tomorrow, Theo Chatibon, who will be the Master of Ceremonies also tomorrow for the software part, Reda Benada, who will be the Master of tomorrow for the software-defined networking, Abdelkader Essania, who will be the Master of Ceremonies for the physical part, Tarzan, who will be the Master of Ceremonies this afternoon for the TSN part. So thank you for supporting me on this hard work of encouraging people to listen and to make questions of this event. Please, thank you all then. So, as I said, thank you everybody for being there. And with that, I would like to welcome to the stage to Thomas de Soete, the keynote speaker from Ampere. Please welcome him. So Thomas started his career as software engineer in aeronautics industry. He joined Renault Group to develop the first navigation system. He took the responsibility of Renault-Nissan Alliance E architecture, and he's now the VP of software and electronic architecture of Ampere, leading the transformation to the software-defined vehicle. So thank you, Thomas, for being here.
Merci. Thank you. So, hello everybody. Again, welcome to you, and it's, I think, the third time we say welcome. So, and thank you for the organization and for the nice hosting that we have here. Today, for this keynote, the objective is here in Toulouse to drive you through a journey of what Ethernet made to become the backbone of SDV. And everybody knows and speaks about SDV, and we will see also what is more or less a definition of the SDV that I would lay down. Of course, it can be disputed, no problem. And because I see and hear many different definitions of this. But the central part of it is Ethernet, and how it became from point-to-point Ethernet and a very few usage in the automotive world to the very large usage that we have now, and how to go beyond. Just as a small teaser, remember Bob Metcalfe sketching on a napkin the first idea of Ethernet and the creation of Ethernet, and he did it while he was drinking coffee with someone. So the point here I want to make is, don't hesitate to take coffee breaks, to speak together, because great ideas can come out of this, and you can use it to leverage the future. That's the principal topic I wanted to bring here in this topic. I think that a lot of people among you experimented already this situation where you had discussion, where you generated at the end a very disruptive idea, and then it was generating new stuff. Why are we here, and why now? Here in Toulouse, it's the cradle. Toulouse is the cradle of a lot of technology and driven by the aerospace industry. But it's also, there is also a lot of automotive industry here, as tier ones, as also with some silicon vendors, also with Ampere having a footprint here in Toulouse. And we thought it was the right place to host such an event. Why now? Well, now we are in a disruptive situation. I spoke about SDV. We are really in the situation where SDV is coming to the street. pushed by Eastern companies, pushed by European companies, and Ethernet, of course, is the heart on the backbone of all this system. And let's look then at the journey we had with the Ethernet, and with a short glance also with what is happening at Ampere. I will make some advertisement for Ampere, of course, and beyond. What is it's more a teaser of where we could go beyond and how to push the limits. So Toulouse, as I said, very nice city. If you didn't visit, you should enjoy to visit it, and also very technical and technological city. It's also with there is also a lot of learnings, engineering schools and universities, which are bringing this tech idea in the industry, and a strong collaboration. This is also something that Ampere is pushing very hard. Is that we want to partner. And maybe you heard about the fact that we are partnering with Google, with Qualcomm, to do the future SDV. And this is, we are sure that we cannot do and handle everything by ourselves. So let's again team up for the partnerships. Our motto, Automotive Ethernet and Beyond. Of course, the idea is to look at to bring together experts of the world of Ethernet and to look broader than the automotive industry. A lot of people here are from the automotive industry. We have also some that are from being larger than only the automotive industry, and we have also, I think, some hosts of Airbus with us. And I think there is a lot of topics that we can share with the avionics industry, the aerospace industry, the need of strong backbone with large bandwidth, the need of high compute power, the need of software-defined and being agnostic from the hardware. I think those are common needs between the automotive and the aerospace industry. And it's good to have this possibility, this opportunity to challenge, to listen, to share, and to build together. A short glance on Ampere. Ampere was created 2 years ago by Luca De Meo to create a tech player in the automotive industry, because with traditional, we knew that with traditional ways of working and thinking and developing, we could not achieve SDV. SDV is not launched yet in Ampere. It's launched next year. We will speak about it quickly. And this idea was to say, okay, we have this tech company which will serve the Renault and the other brands of the group Renault to be able to develop the technologies in those cars. So it's intended for the EV and for the software-defined solutions. Software-defined solutions are broader than only EV. They are irrigating all the cars of the Renault group. We are approximately 11,000 employees. 30% of them are engineers, and half of this 35% are software engineers, called Ampere Software Technologies. And we have 2 EV platforms. I will not go more in details here. 2035 is the objective for the Renault group to be carbon neutral, and 40% is the reduction target of the cost of our EVs, because we know that if we want to survive in Europe especially, we need to cut the cost of EVs. And it's already on track. I spoke about the footprint. Footprint of Ampere is, of course, a historical footprint. We have a lot of places around the Paris area. The northern part of France is more for the industrial footprint, but we have also a historical footprint in Toulouse and in Sophia Antipolis. Some years ago, we gathered together with a software company. It was, maybe some people know it, it was Intel France. And there was a long journey to integrate the ways of working of this software company and the ways of working of the automotive industry. And I think we learned a lot of each other, and this is bringing what is going on now in Ampere. We are not at the end of this journey. We have still a lot to learn, and we have still a lot to change. I'm looking at my colleagues from Sophia and from Toulouse to be able to be more and more efficient in this. So Toulouse, again, for us is extremely important because it's participating to this unique ecosystem. Automotive Ethernet. So now let's have a look in the journey of this Automotive Ethernet. First of all, standardization journey, key. It's extremely key, and this is why we are here. The objective is to be interoperable, scalable, and be vendor neutral. So this means the objective is to avoid to be being binded by IPs or by specific solutions and so on, and to be the most transversal possible, because then it enables a lot of solution between the different industries. I know that the aerospace industry is extremely interested now in the Ethernet journey as well, in the high-speed Ethernet. It was a need, a strong need that was coming in, and all this standardization work can happen if we are listening to the needs. So there you see all the stakeholders, which are mainly OEMs from the automotive industry, where they can bring the needs and also express how they want to step forward. Find consensus among the tech players that you see here in the list as well. Part of them are here, part of them are outside as well. And the objective is really that to achieve this standardization. I will come back at the end of the keynotes on this topic, because it's the mindset and the way to share and the way to discuss is extremely important to achieve these results. One last comment here. I think we need to speed up. It's a personal comment. Standardization is extremely important, but if it's coming too late, it's not good. So now it's not too late, but you know that the tech world we are living in is accelerating always, and we need really to be able to standardize much faster than we are doing today. Remember 2016 from the vision? I had the chance in 2016 I don't know if you remember, I had a short keynote in 2016 because we hosted in 2016 the Tech Day in Paris. It was much smaller than here and less convenient than here. What were the topics that we could discuss among a lot of others? Time-sensitive networks for the car. Plug-and-play automotive network, a Spanish startup that I wanted to highlight that takes the 1 gigabit automotive to the plastic world. Automotive Ethernet needed to adaptive headlights. This was what was foreseen at that time. And at that time, 2016, the first application of the Automotive Ethernet were appearing. I remember at that time, I will speak for Concurrent, but BMW was making a great expose and presentation on this topic during just after the keynote. And we started very soon after 2016 also to implement Ethernet in very simple manner. So where did we go? First of all, today, situation is that Ethernet is really recognized as being the backbone of the new architectures we are undergoing, which are centralized architecture with a centralized computer, with zonal computes to be able to expose the services of sensing and actioning and actuating, sorry, in English, and all this based on the SOA, so service-oriented architecture, which is this logic of exposing, so client-server way of working. The objective that we had was to achieve time-sensitive networking. Now it's a reality. We are using it. To have plug-and-play networks, which are, it's not completely achieved, but it's closer than ever. And we will have sessions during this tech day on this topic. And this Spanish startup I was speaking about now has changed target up to 10 gigabyte Ethernet with glass optical fiber. So they are doing well, and they are going further ahead. And of course, this is a very important topic also, is let's say downgrading the Ethernet to more simple communication, to less expensive communication, which is extremely important to go to the leaves of our architecture, really at the extreme end, to replace CAN, CAN-FD, and so on, and also to be able to serve more frugal vehicles. Please remember always that in the automotive world, we need, of course, to serve the luxury cars, medium size cars, but also frugal vehicles for small money. So the history of Ethernet in Ampere, quickly. 2011, Open Alliance that was putting up. 2016, I was speaking about it. How to say, the Tech Day in Paris, where we started with a demonstration board showing interoperability and switching with the Ethernet bus. Between 16 and 19, application of the Ethernet in our cars, but it was mainly for the multimedia area. It was more point-to-point and so on. Then, with this experience, we went to the multi-domain Ethernet in the architecture. So it was beginning to become a backbone of the architecture, but we still had in parallel a lot of CAN-FD buses. And this was a quite great achievement. It was an Alliance achievement, Renault-Nissan at that time. And now we are aiming to launch next year the SDV zonal and central e-architecture with SOA. And I will come also on this one because it's a big shift. It's not only a technological shift, it's also a paradigm shift for product people, for product planners, for marketing people, not only for the technical guys that we are. The hot topics of this Tech Day. So the last topic I was mentioning is a 10-based TI to still work to do to reduce the gateway latency. Software-defined network. Everybody knows the huge burden it is to configure the Ethernet buses, and so it's Ethernet network, sorry. And this is extremely complex today, and to reduce this complexity, the software-defined network is extremely important. Speaking about standard, camera and display communication with SERDES standard. I know there is still a fight between different standards and so on, but I think that I explicitly say that we are supporting this one, and I know that a lot of you are supporting it, and I think this is, again, if we achieve this, we will have the same for it as for Ethernet, to have this agnosticity to the hardware, to have this capability of having the interoperability, and this is paramount. Beyond. I was telling you, we will go through this, looking at the software-defined vehicle. It's completely enabled by Ethernet. Without Ethernet, it was not possible to achieve it. With standard buses, we could not achieve it. Upgrade of the vehicle. Today, a lot of OEMs, and among them we do upgrade of the vehicle through FOTA and over-the-air and so on. There, the objective, and you see it on the left side of the picture, is to have the digital twin of the vehicle, which is a full copy of the vehicle, and making the evolution of the digital twin and have a seamless update of this digital twin to the end customer. It's a complete change in the way we are making the updates. And this very close. I'm not saying that we have cars that we have phone on wheels. That's not my motto, but nevertheless, this is giving the example of the quickness of update and the seamlessness of the updates we can get. Connect the customers to new services. Of course, with this upgradability, we are able to answer more closely to the needs, to to connect to new services, to make also business with those new services. Honestly speaking, this is still a question mark to me, because I think in this world we are not, and I see it among the global automotive industry, it's not where it could be compared to what is happening with the phone industry. So there is still a lot of room for progress. Then for engineering, for us, to learn efficiently from the customer usage, because of course the communication with the car, the way to collect data and so on is eased a lot by the SDV architecture, and the data flow is much bigger than it ever was, and this means we are able then to have a better lecture of the usages of the cars, and to adapt better for the future, and to correct also some usages. And increase the residual value. This is in link with the first line, with the upgrade of the vehicle. We believe strongly that the biggest value of an SDV is to increase the SDV, the residual value of the cars. So this means you have a car, even if it's sold as a second-hand cars, it will be updated and up to date. Yeah, that's it for this one. We had inside Ampere and Renault to evangelize, let's say that way, people are around engineering, even inside engineering, honestly speaking, but also around engineering, because people were not how to say, understanding the change of paradigm SDV was bringing. And I will not go in all the details, but this is an extract of a presentation that was made inside Renault in a very large manner to educate people about what is SDV bringing. Of course, with some technical background, but also saying this is bringing new way of thinking in the way of selling the cars. I mean, for example, if I sell a car that has not all functions, full functions at the first day, it's not an issue. And it was, and it is today, an issue for many OEMs still, because we say we will not sell, we will not be at the top, and so on. If we are able to make quick upgrade, it's no more topic. So, SDV major stakes, already spoke about it, to improve always the car, to connect with ecosystems, and to develop new business models that we developed and that we discussed with the teams we were sharing this. The hardware platform. So we are not doing SDV for SDV, of course, because it's new, because it's how to say, a fashion. We strongly believe that to ease the quick update, we need to have single ECU or very small number of ECU to update. So this is why we have a central brain, or two central brain in that case for the first version, PCU and CDC, which are the high power computer units, and zonal ECUs, which are called the PIUs, which are the objective of the PIUs, of the zonal ECUs, is to leverage the harness. Objective is to shorten the size of the harness, being very close with the compute units to the sensing and to the actuators. And this means those PIUs are exposing their functions, their services, through Ethernet to the central brain, and the central brain has the main function, the high-level function, to be able to deal with those services. This enables the fact that, in fact, in a car, the number of services that you can create or that you can expose, basic services, are limited to the technology you put in the car. But then the combination of it, what you can do, is infinite. And this is done in the PCU and in the CDC. And this means when you need to upgrade, when you need to update or to create new functions, you mainly do it in the PCU and the CDC. This should be done on very regular basis. I'm not disputing at all the fact that the platform itself, so even what is in the PIU, needs to be upgraded. The middleware of our systems needs also to be upgraded, but this is on more longer cycles and not at all in the same speed. SOA, Automotive Ethernet, of course, communication standard. It's the enabler for SOA. Without Ethernet, of course, it's not impossible to create SOA with other rapid buses, with a large bandwidth buses, but or networks. But it's not as easy as with Ethernet. So that's there are a lot of services with Ethernet that enables that easily. And of course, we have the need to upgrade with more flexibility, and Ethernet, as it is existing as well in the large public area, there are some reactions that are already existing that we can reuse. Again, think broad, go above the boundaries of the automotive industry, go broader to be able to catch the ideas. And SOA, I told you, it's the client-server way of working, so to avoid to have this on-purpose communication, to have the functions which are spread among multiple ECUs. And then this means if you don't have the SOA way, this means when you have to upgrade the vehicle, you need to upgrade multiple ECUs. And this is a burden most of the time, because you need to validate more, to do more integration, and so on and so on. So Ethernet is acting as really the nervous system, the nervous backbone of the car. So this will be most probably my last word is the present and future of standardization. We need to take action to avoid it to stagnate, and I said even we need to accelerate. I think we need to think about what are the next steps. To simplify, we need to find synergies with other industries. I believe strongly that there are ways to find synergies with especially the aerospace industry. We already have some passes, some methodologies that we share. I think technological-wise, it's possible as well. Align, so this means be open, discuss. Let's share the needs and find the most consensus on the needs. And very important topic for me, clear the IP fog. So this means from the beginning, very transparent patent listing, and have a very predictable friend licensing. So listen, hear, shape, and adopt. Thank you to all of you.
Thank you, Thomas.
Oui, t'as entendu.
Can you hear me without microphone, otherwise? It's okay? Okay. We are a bit ahead of time, maybe? Good. Let's continue. So thank you, Thomas. It's now time to start on the first part of presentation related to network and architecture. So we'll have a first